Hi, everybody. Lani Cristina here with another mind hack for you. So we're doing a little sequence and series of different mind hacks to make you feel great, and doing NLP, hypnosis, different language patterns, or NLP techniques to really shift and change so that you can become the person that you really want to be, or have the emotional state that is going to be effective to be productive in your life. Okay?
Yeah. So essentially just get out of stuck states and become more resourceful.
Beautiful. Hijack your mind. So today our hijack for the mind is really if you have something that you've always wanted to do, or a project that you've wanted to start, but you feel stuck. It feels so overwhelming to you that you find that you don't even take any action steps towards it. And so we're going to work with that today and show you a technique so you can get yourself going. Cool. Lani, do you have something?
Yeah, I have a bunch of educational programs that I bought online, and there's so many of them that I haven't done any of them. Yay.
Okay, so you have all of these education programs, and there's so many of them that you haven't done any of them. Okay. Yes. So what I want to do is I'm going to go through a process called chunking down. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this big, massive thing that seems super overwhelming and make it really small so it seems super easy to do. Okay. So Lani, if you had to look at those big projects, what's like one thing that, so you have all of these projects, right?
All of these projects, yeah.
All of these courses, all of these different things. Yeah. And it's so overwhelming. But what if you had to just pick one? Could you pick one?
Could I just pick one? I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, I could pick one, but I was like, which one to do?
Okay. Yes. So if, what's so hard about picking one? What's the process to pick one?
What's the process to pick one? Well, then I have to kind of assess all of them. Like, I have to go, okay, there's this one and this one and this one. And then which one are like my top 3 that I really want to do?
Okay. And what goes into assessing?
Oh, okay. So then I have to kind of like look at them all.
Okay.
Like look at what they do and what they're for. And then I had to figure out what like excites me the most.
Okay. So figuring out what they do and what they're for, right? Yeah. Is that like making a list and like looking at them and like saying, probably. What is this? What does it do? What is it for?
Yeah.
Okay. And so if, how hard is it to, kind of just write, what is it? What is it for? That
right. It's probably not that hard to do.
Okay. And then, so so basically, and would this be writing down? Would this be taking a note in a keyboard on like a computer?
Knowing me, it would probably just pen and paper.
So pen and paper. Yeah. So really what you're doing is you're taking a piece of paper out.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're taking a pen.
Yeah, I know.
And you're writing, what is this for?
Yes.
On a piece of paper.
Yeah, now it makes me feel dumb, Christina.
Okay,
so why am I not just doing that? Yeah.
Okay, so really it's pretty simple. You've taken your pen out before, and you've taken pieces of paper out before, and you've made lists before, right?
Yeah, like every day.
Okay, so it's something that you do every day, and it's something that you can just go one at a time through each and just write it down. Do you think that, taking that pen and that paper, just writing one thing that it's good for each one, and then seeing which one excites you most?
Yeah.
Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And if you did do that, how comfortable would you be starting?
I mean, now like you keep saying, just put pen to paper. I'm just like, I can just easily put the pen to the paper.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would definitely start
the process. And then you know which one to start
and then just
watching or
to
listening
that process.
to.
Yeah. And then just committing to that process.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody, the process of that is that really the things that we do are super simple. Like even if you're like wanting to write a book, it's just about starting to outline the first character or write down chapter titles or do different things. It's how do you break it down into something that's so simple? If you have an overwhelming piles of laundry, is it dividing it between the lights and the darks and just taking it down to the washing machine, or over to it or to the laundry, whatever. But it isn't that hard. But what becomes hard is when we become overwhelmed because we feel that there's so many steps And so if you can mark it down into just little bite-sized chunks of little steps that you can take, and you do that step, then you do the next step, then you do the next step, it becomes simple.
Yeah, I feel dumb. Thanks, Christina.
It's not dumb. So for anything that you're having a trouble with, all you have to do is ask yourself, if you did do one thing, what could it be? Okay. And then chunk it down and ask yourself, well, what's so hard about that? And then so you're constantly kind of getting to the next layer and the next layer in underneath it all. And so then by the time you do, what's the easiest step that you can just take, you'll find that it's something so simple, like a pen to paper, or like grabbing the laundry and pushing it into the washing machine and putting the soap in. And you're like, was it that hard to do laundry? No, because the machine's really doing all the work, or whatever.
No.
But we get overwhelmed. So take it just one step at a time, one little thing that you can do next, right? And then you'll find that you feel less overwhelmed and a lot more in a space, excited to put that pen to the paper, or whatever that step is for you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Got to get you going on those courses. Get you going on those classes.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys. Join in for our next one.
I don't need to say anything at the end of that.
Thank you for being a part of this class. We hope to see you at the next one.